Hello, this is Tony Megna, Integrated Heights Healing and Wellness Center, Southeast Wisconsin. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some exercises that you can do to help keep your joints healthy. So we're going to do upper body joints today, so your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder as well. So it's important to take care of your joints as the muscle grows into the bone. So those are your tendons and ligaments. A lot of times when you do a lot of weightlifting, the connective tissues begin to get really tight and taut, and you lose mobility in your joints. And so there's always a dynamic between trying to get strength, but also staying mobile at the same time. So if all you do is strength training and no flexibility training, no mobility training, you're going to be feeling it in your joints, and you're going to lose range of motion, and you're going to lose functionability. So with these exercises, it helps to keep your joints healthy, so you're not so stiff from all the heavy weightlifting. So it's a series of 4 exercises. It's good prep, so you can do it before you do any weightlifting, any sort of training, but also just for general maintenance and general mobility of each joint. So the first thing I'll have you do, so the first one, you're going to grab onto your wrist, okay? And so make sure your thumb is hooked around like this. And so what you're going to do is you're going to roll your hand over your skin, and then the underneath arm is rolling as well. So it's similar to when you were in school and you got a snake bite. What you're going to do is you're going to roll this all the way up your arm. And so make a soft fist here, and you're just rolling your arm all the way up and then all the way down. You can do it a few times, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm only going to do it once, okay? And so again, this is helping to bring blood flow, but it's stretching all of the connective tissues up your arm, okay? So you see that? So you roll one way, and you're rolling it just like a snake bite, okay? Just like that. And you should feel, after you do that, you should feel some tingling up your arm, because you're stimulating blood flow into the joint. And make sure when you get to the joint itself to actually go right over the bone, okay? You see that? Okay, so that's the first exercise. So take your time, and take a minute, take 2 minutes, and all you're doing is just trying to go up your arm just like that. Okay, go all the way up to your shoulder. Okay, so it's a little self-care is where you're going to start. And so the next one is called a teacup exercise. So it's a really good exercise. I show a lot of people it. It's good for the shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist as well. So imagine that you have a cup in your hand, and what you're going to do, you're balancing this the entire time throughout the whole movement. And so the first movement is the hand comes above the head, just like this, okay? And then you angle your arm down, and then your arm is all the way to the side. But because you have this cup in your hand, your palm stays to the ceiling, and you can see that my arm is completely torqued all the way out to the side. And then from there, the hand comes underneath, just like that. So it comes up above your head, you angle it down, and then underneath, okay? And then you'll do it on the other side. So it comes above your head, and then all the way out to the side here. So the goal is to try not to spill your cup, okay? So that keeps your palm to the ceiling, all right? And so you can see as I bring this around how the rest of my body tends to move as I bring this around, okay? And then the next one is you're going to switch the direction. So that movement looks like this. So you're going to bring your arm underneath now, okay? You're going to come out the back, okay? So it's going to come forward, come across your face, come above your head, and it comes underneath, okay? And you're going continuously like that, okay? But this one, because it's twisting your arm, it's torquing and stretching all the muscles that are in your shoulder. So a lot of people that have shoulder injuries, sometimes they get headaches up the back of their neck, and it's from a shoulder impingement. And so by doing this twists the bone in the joint, and it helps bring mobility and blood flow up your neck here. Okay, so that's the Russian teacup exercise. So it comes underneath, out the back, above, okay, and then you'll switch it. Okay, and then the advanced version is when you begin to do them together. Okay, and so you can hear I don't know if you can hear my wrist cracking, but that is what is happening. Okay, so those are the 2 exercises that you'll start with. So the snake bite, and then the Russian teacup, okay? Okay, so those are the first 2. The next one is you're gonna come onto the mat, okay, onto the floor. And so what you'll do, similar type movement, so these are called joint circles on the mat here. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna bend your wrist and you're gonna put your wrist on the ground just like this, all right? And so what's gonna happen is you're gonna leave your wrist fixed on the ground and you're gonna roll your shoulder in a circle, okay? And so as you come around, the wrist stays fixed, but you can again see my arm is completely twisted, okay? And so you want to keep the pressure at your wrist. So eventually you'll be able to do it from a push-up position, okay? But nice and easy when you start. So it starts here and you're rolling, and so it's putting pressure on the connective tissues, and the circle motion is helping to stretch it as well. And then you'll work both directions, okay? And so you can see as I come here, my arm is completely straight, okay? And so you'll feel a stretch right here underneath your elbow, okay? Just like that. And you'll go to the other side. So wrist on the ground, and you're rolling it in a circle, okay? Don't come onto your knuckles like this, okay? It's the wrist, okay? So this bone right here. So you have your wrist, it's bent, I don't know if you can see that, okay? So the balance, you're balancing right here on your wrist, okay? Just like that. So that's the third one, okay? So wrist circles, okay? So maintain the contact at the wrist, and it's rolling in a circle, all right? And then the next one, you're gonna come up to the elbow. You're gonna do the same movement, all right? So now the elbow is on the ground, and now the lower arm is rolling in a circle this way, okay? So now it comes around like this, okay? But the elbow stays on the ground. So a lot of times when you first start this, you're gonna come around and the elbow is gonna come up like that, okay? You have to keep it flat on the ground, all right? So just like that. So the key here, and then you'll work both directions. The key here is when the elbow comes around, okay? And you feel, it's not a speed movement, it's a stretch. So as your arm comes around and you start to feel your elbow lift off the ground, put awareness on your elbow, and if it's starting to come off the ground, you can work up the chain and you can move your body and you can come flat. And that helps to give you some more range as it comes around. But ideally you want to be up and it's moving like that. See it? Okay, and you'll come to the other side. So again, the elbow's on the ground, you're rotating in a circle, okay? As you start to come around, you can crawl your fingers like that, okay? If you start to feel your elbow come up, go down the chain, down your shoulder. You can straighten out that same side leg, and you can come flat, okay? If you don't have the range yet, okay? But that's the goal right there, okay? Just like that. All right, so those are 4 exercises that you can do to keep your joints healthy. So you have the snake bite, the Russian teacup exercise, the wrist circle, and the elbow circle. So try those. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, get a hold of me, and we'll get them answered. So thank you for listening, and have a good day.